Welcome. Deep in the heart of Texas, we are in San Antonio, just outside the AT&T Center. Paul Jones and Sherman Hamilton, where tonight the Raptors embark on a 6-game road trip, and it starts here in San Antonio against a perennial playoff team and title contender, the Spurs. Sherm, the big story for Toronto right now is injuries. We know how injuries can derail you. Jonas Valanciunas out indefinitely. We're not sure when he's going to play, and it's too bad because he was off to a pretty good start, and the Raptors are going to have to make do without him.
Well, they are, and you figure that Jonas, coming into this season with the new style of basketball, the questions were, how is he going to fit? Over his career, we've seen the Raptors not utilize him as much late in games, but Jonas has gotten off to a great start the first 2 games of the season. And it's really unfortunate that he gets injured, but to your point, next man up. There's opportunity there. There's potential guys in this roster that can step into that space and try to fill some of that void. So you got to look at it from that mentality. And if you're the Raptors, you can't have slippage because Jonas isn't there. And I think this will give this team a chance to really galvanize and really pick up the pace. You're going to ask more from your main guys, but your role players are going to be asked to step up as well, and this will give them an early test.
Well, Lucas Nogueira had a terrific second half against the Philadelphia 76ers, and Sherm, you and I have both kind of postulated and hypothesized about this, that Dwayne Casey likes least disruption. Lucas Nogueira may get the start tonight in the starting lineup. But Sherm, let's talk about the road trip. This 6-game road trip, you're going to see San Antonio, you're going to see Golden State, you're going to see playoff teams you would think in Denver, Utah. Portland can get up and down. This is not an easy trip to start the year. But there's another part of me that says, hey, get it out of the way and get them before they get rolling, like getting to those power pitchers in the first inning.
Well, I think a lot of coaches might say, hey, we want some more reps before we get on a road trip like this. But I also say, to your point, that, you know what, sometimes it's good to get out there early. Find out what your team's about. Get those early stiff tests and see how your team reacts to that. Yes, the Raptors are still trying to implement their style of play, but I think when you get on the road, you get into hostile environments, guys can really galvanize and come together, and they're away from the comforts of home. They have to focus on the game, and I think that's what the Raptors are going to be faced with. And I like the fact that the tests are coming consistently on this road trip, so they're going to find out a lot about who they are. And I know you go on a road trip, people say coming back 500, that's where you want to be. I don't think it's a win or loss thing right now. I think it's a development thing. How much further can they develop the process of the style that they want to play on the course of this road trip? And if they can garner some wins along the way, that's even more beneficial.
All right, let's hear from head coach Dwayne Casey and the players after practice this morning.
You know, anytime you play here, they try to come out and ambush you the first quarter, and they did that to us last year here. And you got to come out with the foot on the pedal, ready to go when they throw the ball up. You can't wait till the second quarter or halfway through the first. It could be over by then. So you got to come out ready to go from Jump Street.
Oh, this, been over the past 20 years, been a tough place to win in for anybody, but it's always a great challenge to come in here and compete with, a team like this. You come in here, you feel the history of the team. The culture that they have here is definitely great. So it's always fun to try to come in here and get a win in a hostile environment.
Yeah, it's really disappointing, but it's good thing it's not something major. It's not going to be like out for the months. So, yeah, it's really frustrating after we such a good start of the Raptors. But we'll, we're going to clean it up really quick, and I'll be back in no time.
So the Toronto Raptors kick off their road trip tonight in San Antonio. You can see the game 8:30 on TSN2 and hear it on Sportsnet 590 The Fan. Remember, for all your Raptors news, information, highlights, keep it on Raptors.com.